American Express has some of the best cards on the market, earning you hundreds of thousands of points, but it's essential to know all the ways that you can use these points, because some redemptions will give you hundreds of dollars, some will give you thousands of dollars, and some will put you traveling in luxury around the world without paying the cost. So let's break it down to ensure that you're earning the maximum value from your hard-earned Amex points. Starting with method number 1, which is to redeem for pure statement credit. This is by far the easiest way to cash out your points for literal cash towards any and all purchases you have on your card. So for example, if I go to my rewards and benefits page, click the drop down and go to cover your card charges, there I have a list of all my recent transactions and can pick and choose which one I want to apply points to. So maybe I want to cover all my recent Uber trips. It'll tell me the total credit I'd be getting, so about $58 here, along with the number of points, 98,000 points. If we divide the two, that's 0.6 cents a point, which is exactly the value you'd get if you're using Amex points in this way. And the reason why I would personally never do so. Because say you take an amazing card like the Amex Gold that will earn you 4 times points on groceries and dining. At a 0.6 cents per point rate, that's only giving you a 2.4% cashback on your spend, which is barely higher than what you can get on the Citi Double Cash that gives you 2% cashback on all of your spend without any limits. In either case though, American Express has plenty of cards that will earn you hundreds of thousands of points just by hitting the minimum spend and getting welcome bonuses. For example, you can go with the Amex Trifecta, getting the Platinum card with a base of 100,000 points, the Amex Gold card with a base of 60,000 points, and the Blue Business Plus that will give you 15,000 points. That's a total of 175,000 points right there. What's better is that these cards usually have elevated bonuses too, with 150,000 on the Platinum and 90,000 on the Gold, which will bump up your points to 255,000 points. And even with the poor redemption value of 0.6 cents a point, that's still valued at $1,000 to $1,500. So yes, there is this escape hatch if you really need to cash out your points, but there are so many other ways to do so, and some of them giving you way more in value. Now moving on to method number 2, which is the Amex shopping portal. This is where you can shop for a bunch of things from furniture and office supplies to good old Apple products. That said, this is one of the redemptions that I think you should never use, because say we spec out a maxed out MacBook Pro, and if we take a look at the total cost and divide by the insane number of points we need, that's only a value of 0.5 cents per point. So there is no reason you should be doing this unless there's a massive promotion going on, because you can instead just buy the product outright, then use a statement credit at 0.6 cents per point if you really wanted to. So enough about that bad redemption. Let's take a look at method number 3, which is the ability to pay with points at checkout. This means that at a bunch of locations like Best Buy to Dell to Amazon, you can link your cards to those accounts, which will enable you to choose to pay with points instead when you're checking out on those sites. Take Best Buy for example. If we go through the flow and check out some AirPod Pros, we can see the breakdown of the number of points I have, as well as how much in dollar value I can actually redeem. Then I can choose exactly how much I want to apply to this purchase right at the checkout. And if we divide those two numbers, we get a value of about 0.7 cents a point, which is ever so slightly higher than the statement credit redemptions. And this is the same over at Amazon too, where I can choose to pay with points and choose exactly how many points I want to redeem for this purchase, again at a 0.7 cents per point valuation. Personally, I think this is still a low enough value that I wouldn't go for, but similar to other programs like Chase and Capital One, from time to time, you can trigger some massive discounts by just using 1 point, sometimes as much as 50% off. So in those cases, go ahead and redeem 1 point to get those discounts, but no more than that. Alright, so next up we have the ability to redeem for gift cards. Now, there are a ton of different gift cards you can redeem points for, and the value really varies depending on which type. For example, if you go for the basic Amex gift cards, those will cost you 20,000 points for just $100 in value, giving you a 0.5 cents per point value. At that point, just go for statement credit. But there are others like say Best Buy, which will give you 0.7 cents a point, or on the very high end, you can get 1 cent per point on gift cards like at Fairmont Hotels or Olive Garden. If you're interested in the full list, I'll have a link down below. Cool, so now we get to the more interesting and fun redemption paths that you can go through, which is to use your points toward travel purchases. There are a lot of ways you can do this, but I'll split it to two major sections, with the first one being staying within the Amex ecosystem and redeeming it that way. Let's use a real world example and walk through it. Say I want to go from Seattle to Vegas on a short trip. So first I gotta look at hotels. I can go through the American Express travel portal and put Vegas in, say on a Friday night in October, and search. Now generally there are two types of hotels. If we're looking at hotels in general, like say the Aria Resorts and Casino, it might cost you $649 or 92,000 points, which gives you a value of 0.7 cents a point. Not the greatest, but if you have the Amex Plat and qualify for the Fine Hotels and Resorts program, you can choose some other hotels that fall under that umbrella. So if you scroll up a bit, we can see that at the Cosmopolitan, for example, it's $630 a night, but only about 63,000 points, giving you a value of 1 cent per point. That's already pretty good, but with FHR, you're also getting additional benefits at that property, like getting room upgrades, daily breakfast for two, which from experience is about $60 a day, to late checkout, noon check-in, and a $100 experience credit, which at the Cosmopolitan will qualify for spas, but at other hotels like the Bellagio, it's a food and beverage credit, which from experience actually works at all MGM properties, even at Michelin star ones like Joël Robuchon. So now that we've chosen a hotel, we gotta look at flights as well. So if we go through the same travel portal and put in Seattle to Vegas nonstop, press search, we'll see the price at about a $300 range, which if we pay with points will give us a whole 1 cent per point valuation. We can also click around to look at more details like the aircraft being used or baggage fees. And if we click through to the end, we'll see that these are main cabin seats. We'll be earning 5 times points because I have the American Express Platinum card, the cost breakdown, and that I can pay with points, dollars, or over time, which I probably wouldn't recommend. And then if you continue going from there, you can complete the booking. So if we stay within the Amex ecosystem, if we book for hotels, car rentals, and cruises, we'll be getting 0.7 cents a point. But if we're booking fine hotel and resort hotels or flights, we'll be getting an entire 1 cent per point value, which are pretty decent ways to use your points. Because if we look at the Amex Gold again, we're getting 4 times points on groceries and dining, which would translate to 4% back when used in these ways, which is way more than a basic 2% cashback card. And if you're gonna be traveling a couple times a year at least, then this extra effort and extra value would be worth it. But that's not all, because once we venture outside of the Amex ecosystem, then we can get way more value from our points. And that's because of the ability to transfer to travel partners, which includes 17 airlines and 3 hotels. Again, I think the easiest way to demonstrate this is walking through an actual example. Say we want to go from New York to Germany on one of Delta's Delta One cabins, which are business class lie flat seats in your own enclosed space. If we first take a look at Google, a one-way flight on this cabin will cost us about $24,000, which is quite a lot. But we know that American Express has its own travel portal, and if we look at the same dates and the same flight, we can see that it's about $2,200 or 220,000 points, which is slightly lower than Google because of Amex's close partnership with Delta. Now here's the fun part where we go outside of American Express's ecosystem. Because Virgin Atlantic is a partner for American Express, we could transfer points over at a 1-to-1 rate by just having an account with Virgin, which is completely free. From there, Delta is a partner of Virgin Atlantic, which means you can redeem redeem Virgin points for Delta flights using their partner award chart of the sweet spot being 50,000 points for flights between the US and Europe, which is less than double that of an economy ticket. So that means we can go through Virgin Atlantic's search tools, put in JFK to Frankfurt on the same day, and find a flight which only costs 50,000 points and $5 a fee to book that flight. At that rate, if we took the public Google price of about $24,000, that's 4.8 cents per point in value, which is more than 4 times that of the other redemption methods we talked about today. What's more is that American Express regularly has transfer bonuses to their different partners. And right now, there's a 30% bonus when you transfer to Virgin Atlantic, meaning instead of 50,000 points, you're only gonna need 38,500 points, which will bump up the value of your points to a whopping 6.2 cents per point in value. And that's just one great redemption you can do with American Express points, with other ones being flying ANA, also a Virgin partner, over to Japan for just 90,000 points round trip, valuing your points at almost 10 cents per point, or transferring to British Airways Avios and redeeming just 13,000 points for flights over to Hawaii, giving you at least 2, 3, or 4 cents per point in value. There are a lot of ways to get way more than 1 cent per point in value, but although these options give you better values than Amex's own travel portal, you will have to put in the work to research which options are best and be flexible enough because business and first class award opportunities are very limited. Just remember that you should almost never transfer your points before you know where you're going to book because it's only one way. Once you transfer to that partner, you can't get those points back. Next, if travel is not your thing or you don't want to put in all that work, there's still one very lucrative way of using your points, and that's through Charles Schwab. Schwab and Amex have a partnership where there's a dedicated American Express Platinum card that costs the same and comes with similar perks, but has the additional benefit where you can redeem points from money into your Schwab account. The rate is not officially publicized on their site, or at least I couldn't find it, but it's at 1.1 cents per point in value, which is already down from the higher 1.25 that it used to be. But in either case, it's still higher than all of the other cash redemptions that we've talked about. Now you might say, hey, you have to get this other card to even be eligible for this transfer, and you have to pay even more in annual fees. Yes, but remember this card is a different product, which means you can sign up and get the sign up bonus of 100,000 points. And if you're redeeming at 1.1 cent a point, that's $1,100 in value, which is more than enough to cover the $695 annual fee and unlocks the ability to pool your points together and transfer them to your Schwab account at a 1.1 cent per point value. Though personally, the reason why I think American Express is so powerful is that all of their cards come with amazing benefits and come with ultra high sign-up bonuses and multipliers to help you earn points fast. Combined with great redemption value for travel, along with an essentially free way to cash out points at 1.1 cent per point if you really wanted to, make for some really powerful cards. But yes, American Express points aren't the easiest points to use. For that, you'll want to check out this video where we break down the best Chase redemptions, or this video where we talk about Capital One redemptions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you over there.